What's up, guys? It's the NWSportsCast. We're back for another video.
Yeah. Seattle stand out.
We're going to do winners
Subscribe,
and
hit
losers.
that bell, and comment below.
Yeah, subscribe. All right, so first we're going to do winners and losers. So, Drew, you want to do your winner for the week?
Sure. My winner is going to be Tom Brady, and just for a simple reason that lots of people thought that he couldn't get it done with Bill Belichick, and although he did have a pretty good season, it was kind of what people expected. And then they beat the Washington football team, something else people expected, but then the one thing that was kind of unexpected that he's done this season was go out and beat a Drew Brees-led Saints team. It was really crucial for Tom Brady's not crucial for Tom Brady's legacy, but it is a pretty big piece that he can win a playoff game without Bill Belichick. So I'm going to give him a huge winner. And he's already a huge winner in life, so it just says a lot.
All right, next let's do Alex's winner for the week.
All right, following up on what Drew said, going off of Tom Brady, a huge winner I have for this week is definitely Drew Brees' son. I mean, it's not every day that you can catch a pass from Tom Brady in the back of the end zone. So mad props to that guy.
That's a good one.
It's grit, determination, training. I mean, catching a pass from any quarterback is something, but like a dart from the GOAT himself, I mean, you don't get that every day. So definitely winner of the week up there.
Yeah, that's great. He might. I mean, by the time he's 2021, Tom Brady still might be playing. So
What?
Teammates, maybe you never know.
Yeah, Miles, you got a winner for this week? Want to say that?
Just the Chiefs and their great job against the Browns.
All right, Levi, you got a winner?
Well, for me, I had to go with the baseball. The New York Yankees, after seeing reports that they're going to be re-signing DJ LeMahieu, and then also seeing reports that it looks like Corey Kluber is also headed to the Yankees. So just looking at that, I mean, the Yankees are really trying hard to get to this World Series, and they're making all the right moves to do so. So I have the Yankees as my winner for the – yeah, look at Seth. He's got his Yankees hat on.
Going on a tangent, I have another sport. And, this one might be different, but, the trade that the Brooklyn Nets made, it seems to be paying off a little bit. And, I'm going to put the whole Brooklyn Nets under a blanket.
It was totally set.
A blanket of appreciation here for a winner of the week. I mean,
Seth, you want to elaborate on that?
Having Kevin Durant and then, signing.
In their first game together, James Harden had 14 assists, showing us that he still can be a passer. And you saw KD have 40 in his first game with Harden, just looking like a good duo. And I'm not sure what Kyrie will do to the dynamic duo so far. And they're saying they beat the great Milwaukee Bucks team. So this definitely paying off for them so far. Definitely the Pacers lost the trade, but we can talk about that in a different time. And yeah, I mean, that's definitely a big winner of the week.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so then, Drew, do you have a loser for this week?
I do, but Cody, you're a host. You don't get appreciated that much. Do you have a winner, Cody?
I'd probably say the Bills because they might get to play Chad Henne in the AFC Championship game, and that should be an easy win. And even if Patrick Mahomes is back, I feel like coming off of this, they could still get the win. So I think they're a winner. With their momentum, I think they'll win. They'll probably win, in my opinion.
Okay, so my loser is going to be off the Tom Brady thing. I'm going to go with Drew Brees, and that's just because obviously it sucks as a fan of football to see Drew Brees possibly go out like that. He's just been chasing a Super Bowl, which hasn't really been attainable. He obviously had a great chance against the Rams where that bogus pass interference call happened. Then you have the Minneapolis Miracle the year before. And then the year after the heartbreaking pass interference call, you have the questionable Kyle Rudolph push-off call. That could go either way. It wasn't as big of a controversy, but then playing the GOAT, Tom Brady, highest quarterback age combined ever. And Tom Brady, who was in full year older, simply outplayed Drew Brees. He went out with, 3 picks?
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely not expecting the 3 picks call by the referees. Definitely another call to add to the Saints list of calls.
Yeah, I mean, those are just some terrible calls. If he had just, maybe the refs could have just called a penalty or something to make those picks not be there, just to help out Drew Brees a little bit.
Jameis Winston reminded me of my days of being an Eagles fan. When I was cheering for Hurts off the bench. I felt that same vibe when Winston threw that touchdown pass, man.
Drew Brees, it was kind of tough to watch because if I wanted him to go out on a loss, I would want a close shootout with the GOAT, but that's not really what happened. If anything, he was the reason their team lost and not why their team won, and that just hurts. So my loser is going to be Drew Brees. I think the Saints are going to be back. That's why the Saints as a whole, I don't think are going to be a loser, but I'm going to pick Drew Brees.
So going off,
gotta retire at his home field after all those years there.
Yeah.
Going off what Drew said about the Saints, another loser I have is another one of Drew Brees' sons for bullying his daughter. Now, having respect for your sister. You heard Tom Brady talk about it. Be nice to your sister, and he yelled no, and everybody heard it. And that's just that's a low blow. Being mean to your sister, that's just, Drew Brees' sons, they're on the 50-50 here with winners and losers. In order to catch a touchdown pass, you got to have some respect. Be nice to your sister.
Yeah. Miles, you got a loser?
I was just gonna say the same thing what Drew said about Brees and how he's leaving the game and stuff, and yeah.
All right, Levi, you got a loser?
Yeah, in fact, I have 2. Firstly, in the baseball world, the Mets general manager has been fired. It looks like Seth wants to talk about that, so I'll leave that to Seth. But anyways,
you can.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna say the name. I don't want to give any credence to a guy like him, but he seems, from what we've heard, he's a very bad person. And the Mets making the right decision, of course, firing him. But this is probably going to fraction their management, at least for now, while they search for a new GM. So unfortunately for the Mets, not a good thing to come out of your organization when you hear that your GM is, I think it was some sort of sexual assaulted through text messages. Just not a good thing to see. My other loser was Lamar Jackson. Just the fact that he has to exit the game with his injury. And you end up now everyone is going to be saying, oh, Lamar can't beat good teams. Oh, Lamar can't win the playoffs, when it's not even his fault. He got injured.
No, that pick six is an awful pass.
Yes, the pick six was his fault.
Levi, Lamar could be considered as a winner, though, because the Bills Mafia then donated a bunch of money to his favorite charity.
Well, I still wouldn't say that's a winner. I would say he's a loser. A, for losing, but B, because the way he lost is just – it's pretty sad for Lamar, considering everyone always makes fun of him for not being able to win the big games, and then he gets hurt, and now people are going to continue to say that next year.
Levi, but the thing is that pick six was a 14-point swing, right? They're in the red zone, and then – it goes.
Yeah, the pick six was bad, but their defense, with the way their defense was playing, if Lamar plays the whole game, there's a chance that they win.
How many points were scored that game? It was 20s?
20.
Yeah, so 14-point swing. That's a lot. Assuming they punch it in the red zone.
All I'm saying is with him, they could have scored. They could have easily made up 2 touchdowns and tied it.
Going off of
seriously doubt that.
Going off the defensive bandwagon that we've caressed onto, I have a sort of loser as the Browns defense on that 4th down call. It's Andy Reid, first of all, and it's Tyreek Hill lined up on the outside. The Chiefs, the Browns were definitely pulled. The Browns, the defense, the whole game was kind of itsy. Sure, they had to pick on Chad Henne, but Chad Henne led the team to a win because he was able to rush through a Browns pass defense and also throw through a secondary with Ward back. So I think the Browns definitely. I mean, we saw it. We saw it last week. I mean, we saw it last week against the Steelers. I mean, they almost allowed the Steelers to come back. And I think the Browns defense as a whole was definitely sketchy going into this game, and they ended the game a little bit sketchy as well.
Yeah, okay, Steph. You got a loser?
Yeah, well, my loser is it's not official yet, but this could be a loser. Patrick Mahomes, if he does not get to play, that would be a major loser for him. He has a pretty easy chance to going back to back. Honestly, I think they can beat any team with Mahomes, and he goes down with a concussion. And luckily for him, Chad Henne closes out a game that was not a great game for the Chiefs. I mean, they still put up 22, but concussion protocol, and he had to clear all 5 stages to be able to play, and that may not happen. So we'll see what happens there.